my fellow unicorns. Today I have a very special treat for you. I've got a part 2 of my husband's Batman collectibles. And in my next video I'll share all the toys, but this is all about like the trading cards and the books that he's had since the 90s. So let's get started. I'm going to start with these trading cards. And they're really, really nice. They're in okay condition. There's some little bit of wear and tear, but good cardstock, and it has a nice shiny metallic Batman Returns logo on it. And this is a very famous photo still from the movie. I think this was the part where Selena Kyle kind of weirds him out, and he gives her a funny look after he saves her life. I think that was the moment. But what I like about these cards is there's always stuff on the back. So here it says director Tim Burton gives Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, a few pertinent pointers. Created by Bob Kane, Catwoman's first comic book appearance was back in 1940. Wow. I did not know that. I love Catwoman, and I love the Tim Burton Batmans. So, and of course the animated series as well. But yeah. Then we've got the Batman Returns Batmobile. Batman standing there. And on the back, oh, it's like all the details of the car. And it says, as part of the Penguin Catwoman scheme to discredit Batman, the Red Triangle Circus Gang sabotaged the Batmobile, working from stolen blueprints of the vehicle. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Blueprints. And then we've got Cat Challenges Bat. Oh, this is different. Gotta fly, the Penguin declares. The steel rods of his umbrella spin wildly, shredding off black cloth and transforming into a mini helicopter that lifts him off the ground. Meanwhile, Batman faces Catwoman in a highly charged battle of the sexes on the rooftops high above Gotham City. Oh, I love this scene. Michelle Pfeiffer was just so great as Catwoman. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world, and I just thought her performance was so iconic, so dark, and excellent. I absolutely love it. Vengeance is hers. It says, her costume in tatters, Catwoman drags a captive Max toward the ominously buzzing electrical generator in the Penguin's lair. It isn't long before Batman arrives on the scene. You're not just saving one life, Mask asks, you're saving a city and its way of life. Disgusted, Batman sends Shrek sailing against the generator with a powerful kick. Yeah. Max Shrek is like politicians right now. Then we have Catwoman here again in tatters, looking very angry. This says, it says the chemistry between Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer is one of the major charms of Batman Returns. Their on-screen relationship is hot, and oft-times literal battle of the sexes. I think it was charged because they had such great chemistry because they actually used to date. Like, they were in a relationship, they broke up, and apparently they kept it very professional on Batman Returns, and I think they just kind of tapped into that natural attraction that they had for each other. I think that's why it works so perfectly. And then, because they fight each other, it was kind of probably cathartic to, because they broke up, so, like, to get all that stuff out. So I think it was perfect. Oh, Alfred. There will never be another Alfred as good as this guy. I don't know the actor's name, unfortunately, but he's the best Alfred. Hands down. And it says Tim Burton is a rarity in the history of American movies. A filmmaker of uncompromising, deeply personal vision, his always unusual and sometimes outlandish motion pictures have nevertheless emerged as some of the most commercially successful ever. It's true. I love so many of his movies. He has such a distinct gothic type of style about him, and it's just so amazing. Mayor Cobblepot. Batman Returns director Tim Burton attended the California Institute of the Arts on a Disney fellowship and soon after joined Walt Disney Studios as an animator. There he worked on such projects as The Fox and the Hound and The Black Cauldron. I never knew that. I didn't know he worked on those. That's so funny. We've got Max and Selena Kyle right before he kills her. It says Max Schreck devises an ingenious plan to transform the Penguin into a public hero, the first step in an elaborate scheme to control Gotham City. But all is not well in the Schreck Industries building. Working late, Secretary Selena Kyle discovers some secret files indicating that her boss's new power plant is actually something far more insidious. Yes, again, like politicians today. Alright, Batman beating up a circus gang member. It says, battling the evil Red Triangle Circus Gang, Batman Michael Keaton sends a costume thug flying. Tim Burton's camera catches all the action. Hope he had something soft to land on. Then we've got Penguin just looming over Batman. It says the exciting climax of Batman Returns. The Penguin, Danny DeVito, swoops down upon Batman, Michael Keaton after their bizarre vehicles collide. Tim Burton catches the exact moment on film. Nice. I mean, in terms of strength, Penguin's no match for Batman. Oh, this is a cool shot. Batman's covering up his face, and there's a bunch of light. I can only assume that there's like fire or something just by the way it glows. But look at how I really like the material that they used in the Tim Burton Batman costumes. I think they're superior to, for example, in the Forever. The Forever costumes look more plasticky, and this looks like real sturdy leather, and the cowl just looks so much better. I don't know. Okay. Then we've got one of the new thrills of Batman Returns is the sight of Batman gliding through the air. His cape expands into a makeshift pair of bat wings, which carry him first from a Gotham City rooftop And finally, into the penguin's icy lair. Yeah, looks cool. Got penguin again. It says the Tim Burton directs actors Christopher Walken and Danny DeVito in the penguin's icy lair. Max Schreck is a corporate vampire draining the very life and spirit from Gotham City. Fight scene. They're one of the final scenes with Catwoman. It says the air conditioning system keeps the penguin alive, and well inspired director Tim Burton to refrigerate the set. This added greater realism and made the penguin's icy lair a truly unique and literally chilling environment. It's smart, sometimes the realism, like tweaking the set to make it feel real, gives a realness to the performance. So, smart. That's a double card. Then I've got Max Schreck and Selena, or Catwoman, I should say, when she's about to unalive him. She's laughing. You could tell she had a lot of fun with this role. It says, the oppressive Shrek building isn't the nicest place to work. Something Selena Kyle learns the hard way when Boss Max shoves her through a window. Ironically, the Shrek logo is a grinning cat's face. I always loved the grinning cat logo. I want it on a t-shirt and a mug and a sticker. Like, I really want it. So, yeah. Then we have another scene here with the triad circus gang or whatever. Not triad, what is it? Whatever. The guys, the bad guys. The creation of the enormous and elaborate Gotham Plaza set was a challenging undertaking for Batman Returns production designer Bo Welsh. Welsh recently delighted moviegoers with his imaginative sets for Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands. Oh, okay, so yeah. A lot of times directors will work with the same people because it's really all about vibes as much as it is about talent. But yeah, I love these sets. They're enormous feeling, they're oppressive feeling, and just amazing. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer. Even with her crazy hair, she's still one of the most beautiful women. Her features are so striking, and she just knocks it out of the park. And also, her and Michael Keaton with their very archy eyebrows. It's just like perfect. It says, has success spoiled Tim Burton? Hardly. From Pee-wee's Big Adventure to Batman Returns, Beetlejuice, Batman and Edward Scissorhands. In between, he is the thematically, artistically, and commercially consistent. Yeah, that's true. At least he was until later. Then he had a few flops, but that's normal. For every artist, not everything you make is going to be a huge commercial success. But he's still one of my favorite directors of all time. Then you've got Gotham City, Mayor Cobblepot, and what does this say? this says director Tim Burton gives mayoral candidate Oswald Cobblepot a few pertinent pointers. Created by Bob Kane, the Penguin's first comic book appearance was back in 1941. Wow. So Catwoman was there before Penguin. Interesting. So much makeup. You know, he even ate raw fish. I mean, Danny DeVito was very dedicated to this role, and he was very off-putting. I will say. Especially when his mouth would ooze that black stuff. I hated that. Just as Batman has a bat cave to inhabit, the Penguin dwells in Gotham City's underground catacombs. He keeps a fancy outside cage for selected enemies, such as former business partner Max Schreck. Oh yeah, I always thought this was interesting because Max Schreck is where there's like a big eye on his like Sultan hat, and it's like very like Illuminati-esque, and everybody's wearing all these masks and things, interesting costumes. But Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle show up without their costumes, but so it's sort of like metaphorical that Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle, that is a costume, and they're who they really are is Batman and Catwoman. So I thought that was really, really interesting to see that. It says here, the elite party animals who attend Max Schreck's masquerade ball are garbed in some of the hottest and most absurd-looking costumes imaginable. Veterans Bob Ringwood and Mary Vogt are the Batman Returns costume designers. Yeah, very strange, very avant-garde, very Illuminati. We've got circus gang member throwing some fire into stores, causing some mayhem. It says here, Batman has his hands full as the Penguin, Catwoman, and the Red Triangle circus gang launch an explosive assault in Gotham City. Employing Hollywood's most accomplished special effects experts, Batman Returns rose state-of-the-art pyrotechnic displays. Yes, they did. There was so many explosions, as of course in the 90s we always had explosions. Like every movie had to have an explosion. But this one was really great. Oh yes. More Selena Kyle. Catwoman in all her glory. Tattered up, angry. Then we've got, with an act of shocking violence, Max Schreck unwittingly created Catwoman when he pushed Selena Kyle out of a window. Yes. I wish they would actually explain more of the scene when he gets electrocuted, but oh well. Bruce and Selena unmasked. Unaware of the others' nighttime personas, Bruce and Selena bump into each other in Gotham Plaza and spend some pleasant time together. Later that night, they're off to Wayne Manor for a cozy evening in front of the fireplace as they watch the lighting of the Christmas tree on television. I liked them together, honestly. Mayor Cobblepot doing some research on people, and he's making a list and checking it twice. Featured in a sub-production painting of the Penguin researching his past and planning a criminal future. Oh, that's nice. Batman who beat up all the bad guys. And it says, another view of Batman's spectacular vehicle. One of the Batmobiles constructed for the film was cut in half lengthwise to allow greater access to the interior for several special effects shots. Wow. It's just so crazy, all the different things that you have to do for special effects on a film. Like, man, I haven't done this, but I've definitely been there, all the different intricacies just to get the perfect shot. Batman and Catwoman. Here it looks like they're gonna dance. It says, Selena Kyle's murderer, Max Schreck, was conceived by Tim Burton as a sort of figurative vampire. Trivia fact, amaze your friends, Max Schreck was the name of a German actor who portrayed the villainous vampire in the 1922 silent film classic Nosferatu. Oh, interesting. And you know what? Vampire, perfect name for politicians today. Penguin looking very excited and eager about something. It says it was a partnership made in hell, or at least in the lower depths of Gotham City. Director Tim Burton puts Max Schreck, Christopher Walken, and the Penguin Danny DeVito through their villainous paces. Nice. Got the gang on their motorcycles. And this says, run for your lives, the frightened shopper shouts. As the city officials watch helplessly, the plaza is invaded by maniacal circus-themed demons out to wreck everything in sight and spread terror in the hearts of Gothamites. Only one obstacle stands in their way, one avenging angel of a man. Okay, we got these cute little penguins with their cute little missiles, and I love how they all had these like laser things that went over their eyes. It was so cute. Let's see. Batman Returns has fun with the notion of people impersonating animals and offers the actual animals in addition. Real penguins, bats, and cats are key to the storyline. Catwoman scaling a wall. Isn't she perfect? Unlike her counterpart, Selena doesn't have access to the state-of-the-art costuming. Her snazzy stitch bodysuit and treacherous talons were created at home out of whatever material happened to be available. The Kitty Express. Chugging down Gotham's empty streets is a wacky circus train, like a caravan of connected wagons. Desperate children are imprisoned in the various cars, crying for help. Others too frightened to let out a peep. Shut up and enjoy the choo-choo ride, one of the circus gang snaps, or you'll be sorry. Here's the scene of the crime. Batman emerges from his vehicle and leaps into the thick of battle. He uses myriad accessories in his dangerous work, including a device that fires small, deadly black metal bat discs. Yeah, just like Joker said in the first Batman, 89, where does he get all those toys? Batman facing off with another gang member. And there's Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, is hard at work in the Batcave. As in the first Batman movie, the Caped Crusader's hidden laboratory is designed in a refreshingly practical, almost nuts and bolts fashion, except perhaps for the Batmobile's high-tech revolving platform. Yeah, I wonder how much that costs Bruce Wayne. Oh, yes. I love this one. Look at Catwoman. Doesn't she look amazing? It says, Selina's apartment very much reflects her personality, both before and after she becomes Catwoman. Initially, it's cute and sweet, but eventually, all signs of niceness are replaced with symbols of cruelty. I love it. Alfred, looking very stunned. Alfred Pennyworth, Bruce Wayne's loyal butler, is portrayed by noted British veteran actor Michael Gove. That's what he was. His name. A celebrated thespian, Gove is perhaps best remembered for his appearances in Hammer horror movies of the 1950s and 60s. Michael Gove. He's so cool. Oh, here's a Batman Forever card with the Riddler, played by Jim Carrey. It says, find more sensational cards when you collect the Batman Forever Fleer Ultra Trading Card Set with a 3D hologram in every pack available at Target. The Riddler isn't greedy like a common criminal. He's not after the elimination of Batman. He's after power for power's sake. Every move he makes, including his alliance with Two-Face, is designed to bring him closer to a single goal. Only one person stands in his way. Well, his enemy is Bruce Wayne, not necessarily Batman. Got this cool looking guy. I've seen that guy around. Oh wait, my camera won't adjust. Oh, this was a cool stunt at the Masquerade Ball when everything blew up. There were certain people flying in the air. It's really interesting. The massive explosion rips through the floor during Max Shrek's Masquerade Ball. It was a difficult scene to film, with stuntmen flying about and the Penguin's bizarre duck vehicle emerging from all the smoke. Yeah, I bet it took all day, or even a couple days to do, because there were so many parts to that scene. That was such a nice moment when Selina and Bruce discovered who their alter egos. I really liked it. So here you have Catwoman on top of Batman right before she licks him and then hurts him. Oops. It says here, Michelle Pfeiffer lends both her lustrous talent and her extraordinary beauty to the role of Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Since the character literally whips her adversaries into submission, Pfeiffer was taught the proper use of this elegant yet dangerous weapon. Yeah. And I saw documentaries on the behind the scenes, and the scene where she is in the shopping center, in Max Shrek's shopping center, and she uses the whip to kind of whip the heads off of mannequins and stuff. She did it all in one take. It was perfect. And she's really whipping the mannequins' heads off. It's really great. So, really cool. Oh, here's a really nice illustrated version of Oswald Cobblepot for mayor. Oh, yes, this scene. The Penguin running for mayor of Gotham City. Cobblepot can clean it up, and Oswald means order are some of the catchphrases that characterize his bizarre campaign. Oh, I remember when he bit that guy's nose, it was so off-putting. Then we have the Ice Princess before she falls. Oh, Commissioner Gordon. In the first Batman movie, Commissioner Gordon, Pat Hingle, was initially suspicious of the Caped Avenger, but eventually grew to trust and admire him. In Tim Burton's sequel, Gordon orders his men to hold their fire on the Batman when the Penguin and Catwoman have him framed for murder. This guy was decent as Commissioner Gordon, but my favorite is Gary Oldman from the Nolan Batman films. I think he did a better job, and he's just a bit more memorable. We've got more penguins with their missiles and lasers and stuff. It's so cute. I love it. Then we've got Catwoman kind of putting Batman in a weak spot. Directing Selena Kyle Michelle Pfeiffer was a delight for Tim Burton. The character's transformation from insecure secretary to predatory criminal was sudden and extreme, yet Selena maintains her quirky sense of humor throughout. Here's another Batman Forever. We've got Robin. And it says, imagine losing everything you've ever known in your life in one instant. Dick Grayson is a brave fellow, but all the bravery in the world can't bring back his parents. His mission now, find Two-Face, the man who wrecked his life, and bring him to justice. As Batman's ally, Robin is determined to do just that. I love how they just put Target right there. I guess Target was the only one making these. So that was all the cards, but I wanted to kind of show you all the other things that we have here. This is the Batman Forever novelization by Alan Grant. It's based on the screenplay of the film, and it's just very straightforward novel, and I think they only include, so they do include a few photos. Here's Batman with his Batmobile in Chapter 7. Then we've got Batman with Meridian Chase, and then they're at a gala. And then before the Riddler, it was Edward Nygma. And this is after he becomes the Riddler. Then we got Two-Face. Look at all that amazing makeup. And then Robin. And then Batman with Val Kilmer. So yeah, it's just like the novelization. It's nothing different than the film. It's told exactly in the same way as the film. But it's interesting to have this paperback, and it's from 1995. So that's cool. And then this book is interesting. It says from the It movie. What is this? Okay, this is more like illustrated and with more photos. And it's kind of highlighting all the characters and also condensing the story. And then it's telling more about Dick Grayson's story and how he broke into the Batcave. So it's basically telling the story of the movie in a condensed way for kids. So this is, because it's what is it? A golden book. So golden books are for kids. And, they don't show anything too violent or anything like that. But it does not look cool. This gang was interesting. Two-Face and Riddler team up. Jim Carrey was great as the Riddler. But yeah. It really condenses the story, so I like how they kind of make it look like a comic book, but it's also using the photos. It's fun. I think kids would enjoy this. Oh, that's cool. And there's Robin saving Batman. And at the end, they become official partners. The end. Yeah, it says golden look books are designed to appeal to the ever-widening interests of children 3 to 8 years old. A wonderful assortment of stories, old and new, fact and fiction. These books are written and illustrated by some of today's best-known authors and artists. So, yeah. Golden books. And then I just wanted to show you a little bit. This is a 1994 Batman animated series calendar. And it's got a little bit of wear and tear. It's a little bit wrinkled stuff. But yeah, I love the animated series. It's so well done. There's Joker about to throw some poor woman into some acid. Bruce Wayne in one of his amazing cars. I love this. The Batman logo. I want a mug of this. There's Batman trying to get out of a very precarious situation. Joker. This Joker was great. Then we've got Batman, I guess getting a criminal, but the police are always meddling. Batman hitching a ride on a helicopter. And then Batman and Alfred again, because that was the first one. Oh, yeah. So, that's the calendar. And on the back, they have Riddler, Penguin, Catwoman, Joker, Robin. I love this show. Again, I always love the team-ups between Catwoman and like Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Those were a lot of fun. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and give it a like, share it. I don't use any other social media, so all of these actions really help my channel stand out. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, good night.